Okay, people, this is Joe Schlump, and I'm going to tell some jokes. And I have jokes for you and you and you. Okay, here comes some jokes, and if you like them, okay. That's if not, that's fine too. I don't give a damn. Okay, here comes some jokes for you. Okay, one day a little boy wrote to Santa, "Please send me a sister." Claus, Santa Claus wrote back to him, "Okay, send me your mother." Why are men's voices louder than women? Because men have an antenna. If a guy remembers the color of your eyes after the first date, chances are you have small boobs. Alright, let's some more jokes. And here we go. Okay, a man is arrested by a female police officer who informs him anything you say can and will be held against you. The man replies, "Boobs? What's worse than waking up at a party and finding a penis drawn on your face? Finding out it was traced." Okay, here's some more jokes for you. Let's see what we got. La da da, da dee da da. If a man remembers the color of your eyes on the first date, chances are you have small boobs. The only reason the term ladies first was invented was for the guy to check out the woman's ass. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, what's the difference between your wife and your job? After 5 years, your job will still suck. What did the elephant say to the naked man? "How do you breathe through that tiny thing?" I was masturbating today and my hand fell asleep. That's got to be the ultimate rejection. The only way you'll ever get laid is if you crawl up a chicken's ass and wait. That's pretty bad. Okay. Women might be able to fake orgasms, but men can fake a whole relationship. I saw 6 men kicking and punching the mother-in-law. My neighbor said, "Are you going to help?" I said, "No, 6 should be enough." I asked my wife why she never blinked during foreplay. She said she didn't have time. I wasn't born with enough middle fingers to let you know how I feel about you. Girl, if you were a dinosaur, you'd be a Gorgeosaurus. Did you hear about the guy who died of a Viagra overdose? They couldn't close his casket. That's pretty rough. Alright, let's see what else we got here. My dad sent me to a psychiatrist for wearing his bra again. I've been taking Viagra for my sunburn. It doesn't cure it, but it keeps the sheets off my legs at night. I bought a box of condoms earlier today. The cashier asked if I'd like a bag. I said, "Nah, I'll just turn the lights off." My girlfriend came over. My girlfriend came out of the shower and said, "I shaved my pussy. You know what that means?" I said, "Yeah, the drain is clogged again." If a man talks dirty to a woman, that's sexual harassment. If a woman talks dirty to a man, that'll be 650. That'll be 650 a minute. Got an email today from a bored housewife, 33, looking for some action. I've sent her my hiring That'll keep her busy. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Crowded elevators smell different to midgets. What's a mixed feeling when you see your mother-in-law backing off a cliff in your car? My computer's got Miley virus. It has stopped twerking. What's the difference between oh and ah? Oh, about 3 inches. That's pretty fun. Two ADV riders camping out in a tent. One of them crawls out to pee before bed. Comes back all wet. The other rider asks, "Is it raining outside?" "No, it's windy." I don't think it's possible for me to become a sniper. Not by a long shot. If you really want to know about mistakes, you should ask your parents. My girlfriend tried to make me have sex on the hood of her car. I refused. If I'm going to have sex, it's going to be on my own accord. Yeah, she wanted to have sex on her Honda Civic, you see. Almost fucked open up. My mother never saw the irony in calling me a son of a bitch. Owls always look like they just saw a penis for the first time. You're the reason the gene pool needs a lifeguard. If your wife wants to learn to drive, don't stand in her way. There is only 4 inches distance between two holes. Always select the right one. Did you know that your body is made of 70% water? And now I'm thirsty. Alrighty. What's the definition of a surprise? A fart with a lump in it. Ugh. How is a woman like a condom? Both spend more time in your wallet than on your dick. 3 words to ruin a man's ego. Is it in? You hear about the depressed plumber? He's been going through some shit. Why are women like KFC? After you're finished with the thighs and breasts, all you have is a greasy box to put your bone in. Isn't it scary that doctors call what they do practice? Did you know that if you hold your ear up to a stranger's leg, you can actually hear them say, "What the fuck are you doing?" The nurse at the sperm bank asked me if I'd like to masturbate in the cup. I said, "Well, I'm pretty good, but I don't think I'm ready to compete just yet." When I die, I hope I have enough time to point at a complete stranger and whisper, "You did this." Did you get those yoga pants on sale? Because at my house, they're 100% off. Okay. There's some more jokes. Yes, indeed. You have the perfect face for radio. Just because you have one doesn't mean you have to act like one. What's the difference between a G-spot and a golf ball? A guy will actually search for a golf ball. How many times do you have to flush before you go away? What did the mafia, what do the mafia and a pussy have in common? One slips of the tongue and you're in deep shit. Shut up, you'll never be the man your mother is. What's the difference between a Harley and a vacuum cleaner? The position of the dirt bag. That's a good one. My wife complained that the vacuum sucks too hard on the rugs, and I made a joke. Anyway, I'm sleeping on the couch tonight. Are you a nice girl or a good girl? Nice girls blush when they watch porn. Good girls smile because they know they can do better. Erotic is using a feather. Kinky is using the whole chicken. Alright. Masturbation always leads to sex. It's a getaway tug. Okay, what's the difference between a joke and 3 dicks? Your mom can take a joke. Unexpected sex is a great way to wake up if you're not in prison. What do you and a shower have in common? You both get wet when I turn you on. Female, that is. Okay. I was lonely because I had no women until I met a man who had no hands. The big difference between men and women is what comes to mind when the word facial is used. Blind man walks into a bar, and a table, and a chair. Okay. How do you know to handprint on a wet paint? How do you know the handprint on the wet paint was left by a man? Because they can't look and not touch. But do you know what 6.9 is? A good thing screwed up by a period. What do a nearsighted gynecologist and a puppy have in common? A wet nose. Yes, we got hell. What do you call a Mexican with a vasectomy? A dry martini. A dry martinez. If 2 guys are having sex and the house catches on fire, who gets out first? The guy on top or the guy on the bottom? The guy on the bottom because he's already got his shit packed. Why does Santa have any kids? Why doesn't Santa have any kids? He only comes once a year. How does a man take a bubble bath? He eats beans for dinner. Mom, if a boy touches your boobs, say don't. And if he touches your pussy, say stop. Girl, but Mom, he touched both, so I said don't stop. She gave me an Australian kiss. It's the same as a French kiss, but down under. If a firefighter's business can go up in smoke, and plumber's business can go down the drain, can a hooker get laid off? What do you call an Italian hooker? A prostitute. What do you call a cheap circumcision? A ripoff. What do tofu and dildos have in common? They're both meat substitutes. Yeah. I watched a really sad porn film the other day. It was a real tear-jerker. Okay, that's a good one. Today, a fortune cookie told me that every exit is an entrance. Long story short, my girlfriend said no. A magician turned his testicles into 2 chickens. I have a fantasy to sleep with 2 women in the same year. The invisible man can fart and pretend that he is not to blame. Last time I was inside a woman was when I went to the Statue of Liberty. What did one saggy boob say to the other saggy boob? If you don't get support, people want to think we're nuts. Men are like bank accounts. Without a lot of money, they don't generate much interest. Spreading rumors. At least you're spreading something else besides your legs. Why did the snowman smile? Because the snowblower is coming. Did you hear about the blind prostitute? Well, you got to hand it to her. I'm as bored as a slut on her period. My best toys run on batteries. Okay. What would masturbating while smoking weed be considered? Master blazing, weed whacking, or hijacking? Remember how when you were little you could just rip off your diaper and run around naked and everyone thought it was funny? How do you make a pool table laugh? You reach into its pockets and tickle its balls. I love every bone in your body, especially mine. When you were together, you always said you die for me. When we were together, you always said you die for me. Now that we broke up, I think it's time you kept your promise. My foot isn't the only part of me that's lucky. How do you embarrass an architect? Give him your used tampon and ask him which period. Oh, how do you embarrass a used archaeologist? Give him a tampon and ask him which period it came from. Yeah, shit. Well, folks, I got a few more here and then I'm gonna call it quits. What's the difference between a bitch and a whore? A whore sleeps with everybody at a party, and a bitch sleeps with everybody at the party except you. What's the difference between eggs and yourself? Eggs get laid and you don't. What's the difference between a tire and 360 used rubbers? One is a good year, the other is a great year. If your left leg was Thanksgiving and your right leg was Christmas, can I come visit you between the holidays? Why can't you play Uno with a Mexican? They steal all the green cards. You know your girlfriend's frigid if your light goes on when you open her legs. If the lights go on, okay. Hi, I'm a geologist. I was wondering if I could explore your natural resources. Virginity is like a soap bubble. One prick and it's gone. If you jingle my bills, I promise you a white Christmas. You still use Internet Explorer. You must like it nice and slow. Why is a man's pee yellow and his sperm white? So you can tell if he's coming or going. How does a man show he's planning for the future? He buys 2 cases of beer instead of 1. You're so stupid you could count your balls all day long and never come up with the same number twice. How did Burger King get Dairy Queen pregnant? He forgot to wrap his Whopper. What did the letter O say to the letter Q? Put some pants on. Are you a detective? I have some undercover work for you. I used to work at a company called 69. My friend took over my position. Friday is my second favorite F word. It's so cold that I have to take half a Viagra so I won't pee on my shoes. Fuck me. Fuck me. If I'm wrong. Fuck me if I'm wrong. Fuck me if I'm wrong, but isn't your name Cinderella? Okay. That's kind of a fucked up deal. Okay, I'll get to more here and then I'm going to call it quits. Einstein used science to get laid. This guy is a genius. I've been using money. Never hit a man with glasses. Hit him with a baseball bat. What does a cow say to bull? Are you always that horny? My midget friend got thrown out of the nudist colony because he kept getting in everyone's hair. Sex operator. Man, tell me what you're wearing. Eskimo. Everything I own, basically. You know, it's not the length of the vector that counts, it's how you apply the force. Women are like swimming pools. They cost a great deal of money to maintain, concerning the time you spend inside. What did the hurricane say to the palm tree? Better hold on to your nuts because this is no ordinary blowjob. Are my undies showing? No. Would you like them to? What do you call a woman who is paralyzed from the waist down? Married. Was your ass forged by Sauron because it is precious? Friends are like boobs, some big, some small, some real, some fake. I'd like to think inside your box. What do you get? Want to get together and test the spring potential of my mattress? What is the hardest thing about being a man? His penis. Remember when I rubbed you out? Remember when I rubbed you out, Jeannie? Don't say it like that. I'm the flower, you're the bee. Why don't you suck the sweet pollen right out of me? Here's 100 holes. There are 100 holes in my wife's body. One of them is filled with my dick, and 99 others have been filled by money. So, he's so ugly, he has to buy flowers for his own hand. When you choke a Smurf, what color does he turn? Alright. Well, one more time, that's it. Because I'm going to call it quits. Let's both be naughty this year and save Santa the trip. My cat's dead. Can I play with your pussy instead? Let's turn between a clever midget and a venereal disease. Let's see. One is cunning. One is a cunning runt, and the other is a running cunt. If you force sex on your prostitute, it is rape. Is it rape or shoplifting? What is it when a woman talks dirty to a man? $3.99 a minute. PMS jokes are funny. Period. When do you kick a midget in the balls when he's standing next to your girlfriend saying her hair smells nice? What 6 foot long vibrates and turns a small penis into a giant prick? A motorcycle. Haven't seen R. Kelly's sex tape? Haven't seen R. Kelly's sex tape? Well, you're in for a surprise. You're in. my brain boots up like a 6-year-old PC that frequents gambling and adult websites. Well, I guess I'm gonna call it quits in a minute here, but I'm gonna tell a few more jokes and that'll be it. Okay. Okay, here we go again. Let's unzip our jeans and see if we can share codes together. I run faster horny than you do scared. I'm like a bird, I shit on people's cars. I'm not like, I may not be Fred Flintstone, but I can make your bed rock. Mrs. Andrews, I don't recognize you with your clothes on. The best curve on a girl is her smile. Nah, just kidding. Look at that ass. Judging from the size of this chicken finger, the chicken was somewhere between 6 feet and 11 feet tall. Dad always thought laughter was the best medicine. Well, I guess it is why several of us died of tuberculosis. Virginity is not dignity, but lack of opportunity. What is better than a cold bud? A warm bush. I can't believe that you were the sperm that won the race, and you're still slow. How many men does it take to open a beer? None. She'd be open by the time she brings it. What do you want to play? Do you want to play lion tamer? She asks. What is that? You say. It's when you get on all fours and put my head in your mouth. Why did the belt get arrested? Because it held up a pair of pants. Why did the belt get arrested? Because it held up a pair of pants. Instead of who's your daddy, I actually said, how's your daddy? And we put our clothes back on and started discussing her dad's cholesterol. I was going to my friend's place, but accidentally walked into the wrong house. Turns out it was an orgy. Didn't see that coming. I'm the weatherman, but I know you're going to get 3 inches tonight. What did the squirrel say to the other squirrel? Come around the tree and I'll show you my nuts. Did you hear about the guy that lost his left arm and leg in a car crash? He's all right now. Why do men need instant... damn thing got in the way. Why do men need instant replay on TV sports? Because after 30 seconds they forget what happened. Do you sell hot dogs? Because you know how to make a wiener stand. Definition of a bachelor: a man who has missed the opportunity to make some women miserable. Should crematoriums give discounts for burn victims? What's the difference between a girlfriend and a wife? 45 pounds. What's got 4 legs and 1 arm? A Rottweiler. Why do vegetarians give good head? Because they are used to eating nuts. Why do men pierce their belly buttons? Why do women pierce their belly buttons? Place to hang their air freshener. I think it'd be cool if they made those classical nude sculptures out of timber instead of stone. Wouldn't it? What is 6.9? A good thing ruined by a period. Why do they call it PMS? Because mad cow disease was already taken. Okay, one more time and that's it. Come on, you stupid. Okay. What's one of the worst things about giving a man a blowjob? The view. When a woman breastfeeds in public, it's called natural. But when I do it, the woman calls the cops. What do you call a prostitute with a runny nose? Fool. I was at a restaurant and I noticed my waitress had a black eye. So I ordered very slowly because obviously she doesn't listen. Why did the seaman cross the road? I wore the wrong pair of socks. How does one know a man is going to say something smart? The sentences start with, a woman once told me. 69% of people find something dirty in every sentence. How are husbands like a lawnmower? They're hard to get started, they emit noxious odors, and half the time they don't work. You must work at a Subway because you're giving me a foot long. Vagina, a box of penis comes in. Okay, well, what do you say we make this a not so silent night? If you were an STA agent, or TSA agent, I would be happy to get a body scan. Man. Okay. Masturbating makes your dick smaller. Don't believe me? Asians have really fast internet. Africans don't. Most guys wake up and stick it in. I stick it in, then walk away, and then wake up. Stick it in, wake up. I know it's not Christmas, but Santa's lap is always ready. I just researched my family tree and discovered that I am the sap. Sacred cows make the best hamburgers. It is best to have a hole in your hand than a hand in your hole. Opinions like assholes. Everyone has one, but not everyone wants to hear it. I have 2 dicks, one for fucking and the second one for laughing. Alright, one more time, that's it. Almost 32 minutes. The woman just asked me if I like thighs or breasts. Told her I like shaved vagina and anal. Apparently, this isn't an appropriate answer at KFC. Party host. Anyone here allergic to nuts? Because I like to rest mine on the table. How can you tell a sumo wrestler from a feminist? A sumo wrestler shaves his legs. At least cunts are useful. You're not. If you're slutty enough, even every day can be Halloween. I just created a new assembler for the ladies only. It is named Orgasm. Might I integrate your curves tonight? What does a 75-year-old woman have between her breasts that a 25-year-old doesn't? Her navel. Life's a jungle. Let's go to your place and fuck like animals. Okay. Always wear high heels. It makes it easier to look down on him. Alright, one more time, that's it. What do you use in an empty nose? What do you find in an empty nose? Fingerprints. What's between a hooker and a woman with a cold? A woman with a cold blows her nose. If we were stranded in a desert and a snake bit my penis, would you suck out the poison out? No. My wife had her period on the Manchester United game, and all I got was this bloody t-shirt. I'll show you where Easter eggs come from. You may be surprised. What's better than roses on your piano? Tulips on your organ. It's the last thing that Tickle Me Elmo gets before leaving the factory. 2 testicles. Can I borrow your cell phone? I need to call animal control because I just saw a fox. What do most men consider a gourmet restaurant? Any place without a drive-up window. Looking at you, he's getting my dick harder than Chuck Norris? What? Pretend I didn't say that. The Titanic was built to last. Let that sink in. Hey girl, how about you make the Patriots and deflate these balls? Do you want to see a magic trick? Watch me pull something out of my pants. Why can't single women fart? They don't get an asshole until they get married. Don't let an extra chromosome get you down. Your lips are the whitest I've come across. I love dangerous sex. In fact, I masturbate with no hand. What do you call a dumb brunette? A dirty blonde. Do you know what a timberwolf is? No. That's a guy that chases a girl up a tree and kisses her in between the limbs. Is that shirt, those pants made of camel skin? No, why? Because I noticed the humps. Okay, one more time then. If I was addicted to masturbation and then became addicted to sex, would it be safe to say that my addiction got out of hand? How does a black chick tell if she's pregnant? When she pulls the tampon out, all the cotton is already picked. Drinking too much coffee can cause a late problem. The problem with sex in the movies is that the popcorn usually spills. I'll get you wetter than a Scottish summer. How about the new drug for lesbians? Try cock again. Why does Santa Claus have such a big sack? He only comes once a year. How are women and linoleum floors like? How are women and linoleum floors alike? If you lay them right the first time, you can walk all over them for the next 20 years. What do you call a snowman orgy? A snowball fight. Want to play guns? Bend over and I'll suck you. Okay, one more time, that's it. What are